Okay, jumping right in. So I just showed you what I used. I used the Makeup Forever Original HD foundation and a new Marc Jacobs brush I got, and I applied one layer. Now I'm actually applying another layer with the Beauty Blender, and my eyebrows are already on. Important side note, always remember to bring your foundation onto your neck. Now I'm using my favorite Pro Prime by NARS as the primer for my eyeshadow. Just going to apply it with the applicator, and then I'm using this dual fiber brush by MAC. It's a crease brush, but it's really great for blending in primer onto your eyelids. Now I'm taking Blur by Milk Cosmetics in a Smashbox. I want to just say it's their crease brush. I think they only have one, and I'm putting that color all over my eyelids as a base color. I feel like I'm one of the only people that still has like MAC eyeshadows that they use a lot, but I'm taking the shade Saddle, and this is one of my favorite brushes by Smith Cosmetics. It's the 232 crease brush, and I'm just going to be using Saddle to create my crease. I'm bringing it a little bit higher than my natural crease, and I'm just blending it all together. It's going to be my first transition shade today. And I don't really know what you guys like, if you like when I show you both eyes or if I just show you one eye. So I'm going to do a mixture. I'm going to show you both eyes sometimes, only one eye other times, because sometimes I feel like it does get a little redundant and boring. So just let me know down below what you guys prefer. Now I'm taking Unseen. This is another eyeshadow by Milk Cosmetics, and I'm going to be taking a Sigma E45. It's like a tapered brush, and it's really good for really working a color into your lower crease, so that it doesn't go up too high. So I'm just going to slowly start blending this color in, and as you can see, I'm concentrating it more on the outer V of my eye, and then I am gonna take it inwards. And I did catch myself, so I realized I was holding that little mirror a little too close to my face, and you guys couldn't really see what I was doing, so I'm working on trying to get better for you guys. And this is just the same crease brush I used earlier. I kind of wiped off the excess, and I'm just blending everything together. So this is one of my favorite pressed pigments by MAC. It's called Summer Honey, and I'm going to be using the Too Faced glitter glue, which is nothing new. I use this all the time, and these are the two brushes we're going to be using, the MAC 242 and this little Smith brush that I can't remember the number, but I'll put it down below. So I'm using the MAC brush just to put that primer onto my eyelid, and I'm actually using the Smith brush to apply the pressed pigment. Now you can use these wet. I found that I really liked how it looked dry, but you can definitely intensify the color by dampening it with either some Fix Plus, or even you could just spray a little bit of water. But I'm just going to be swiping the color back and forth over my eyelid. I did start off with a patting motion, but I felt like it had better color payoff if I actually just kind of pressed and swiped it on top of that base. It really picked it up. Taking that same color from earlier, I'm just going to add a little bit more into the lower crease with the same Sigma brush just to define my crease a little bit more. Once I am satisfied with how that looks, I'm going to be moving on to curling my lashes. I'm using the Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curler. I like it. It's not my favorite. My favorite is the Ciate eyelash curler, but I couldn't find it, so I settled for this guy. Then we're going to be applying a quick, light coat of mascara. I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex. You don't really need lashes. I will be applying some really natural wispy looking lashes, but I'll show you what it looks like with just mascara in a second. Okay, so that's how it'll look if you just use mascara. And now I'm going to be taking the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette and taking this white shade and using it as my highlighter right under my eyebrows. And I'm just going to apply that really softly, but this color has a lot of pigmentation, so a little bit goes a long way. Now I'm going to be correcting my darkness. This is Prep and Prime Pen by MAC in the shade Peach Lustre. And I'm just going to be putting that just in the areas that I have darkness. Then once that is finished, we're going to be using a damp beauty blender and blending it all in. Now I'm taking my favorite Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer in the shade SX08 and this Laura Mercier brush that I want to say came in a holiday set. And I'm just going to be concealing and highlighting my under eyes as well as my Cupid's bow and my chin. And again, we're just going to be blending everything together with the damp beauty blender. This is the key to the Kevyn Aucoin because it's so thick. Now, my beauty blender seemed to have been getting dry because it's been sitting out for a little bit. So I just misted it with a little bit of Fix Plus. That's a great little trick if you don't want to get up. And it also does make the product seem a bit more glowy. Dunking my makeup bullet sponge into a giant tub of RCMA No color powder, I'm going to set my under eyes and let them bake a little bit. It's always good to make sure that if any creases did appear under your eyes to smooth them out before you set them. And I really coated it on today. Like, this is a thick layer of powder, so my under eyes are going to be extra bright. Now I'm taking a brush by MUFE and I'm just going to dust off some of the areas where I feel like it went down a little too low. Gotta get it out of the hair. And then we're going to be setting Cupid's bow and the chin, but not as heavily, so I'm just using the brush for that application. Then I'm taking this MAC puff and I'm using the same powder and flicking off the excess, and we're going to set the rest of the face with the powder. And I know that it kind of looks like a white cast on my face, but believe me when I say that goes away, especially once the natural oils of your skin come to the surface. They just melt the powder into your skin, making it look nice and natural. And now I'm using a new product for contouring. This is, I want to say it's called the Matchmaster Concealer by MAC in the shade 9. It's super creamy and I really like the color of it. I'm using my favorite stippling brush by MAC. It's the one with the shorter bristles, and I'm just blending it all together. And I really like this color. Yes. So I'm just blending all of that out. I chose not to contour my nose too much with cream today. I just wasn't feeling it, and I haven't really been feeling it in general lately. So anyways, once you feel like that is all blended, what you're going to do is you're going to pick up the RCMA powder again, and we're going to sharpen up that line. I'm just taking the makeup bullet sponge, and in case I didn't mention, the sponge is dry. I don't use this one wet when I do this little trick thingy. Now I'm taking my favorite brush by the London Brush Company, and I'm just getting rid of all of that baking that I had on my face previously, but I'm going to leave what I just applied under my contour, well, under the contouring of my cheekbones. We're going to leave that for now. Now I'm taking the milk Cosmetics eyeshadow with a Makeup Addiction brush and just giving my lower lash line a little smokiness. Then I'm going to be applying some lashes, but my camera died, so I'm just going to be coming back with them on. I'm going to show them to you real quick. They're the Red Cherry Wispy Lashes. They're nothing too crazy, they're actually really natural looking, so that's how they look on the case and that's how they look on. Now I'm taking a nude pencil for my waterline and I really coat this on there. Like, I put a lot of layers to make it last all day. And now I'm going to be putting a little mascara. I'm using the MAC Extended Play mascara on my lower lashes and a little bit on my upper lashes just to blend the falsies with my natural lashes. And now taking the contour kit in Medium Tan by Anastasia Beverly Hills, we're going to set the cream contour that we did earlier. I'm going to be using this middle shade, and I'm using this fabulous brush by by NARS, but I cannot pronounce it to save my life. So I'm just going to be adding it down below. We're going to dust off the excess and just go right on top of that contour. Really love how these colors work together. I think it's going to be my new favorite. So I'm just going to set all of the areas that I did the cream contour. So my cheekbones, around my forehead, and on my jawline. Now for the glorious Glow Kit by Anastasia, I'm going to be mixing two shades together, which are the shades Sunburst and Bubbly, with this Anastasia highlighting brush, and I'm just going to be putting that on my cheekbones. And I'm doing this slowly so you can all enjoy the glow, because it does give a nice subtle glow. I will say I don't think it's as glowy as her actual highlighters that she was selling individually, like So Hollywood and things like that, but it still gives you a really nice glow. And I like to put a little bit above my eyebrows and on the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, and on my chin. So if you've been watching my channel, you know I love me a gradient. So I'm going to be taking this lighter shade in the palette and just putting it directly on top of that other contour color, blending it in with it, because I just want a nice bronzy shade today. I'm not planning on wearing any blush, so I felt like this color was perfect for doing that. Once I am finished with this step, I'm going to take the London Brush Company brush, and I want to say it's the 19A brush, and I'm going to get rid of all of that powder I had underneath my contour. Once that is done, I will be grabbing a stippling brush by Sigma, and I'm going to be blending it all together so the line isn't as harsh. Kind of knocked my camera over, but it is the Josie Maron. I want to say it's the Bargain Oil for Lips and Cheeks tint. It really brings your lips back to life. It has a nice little pink tint to it, so you can wear it alone. It's really great under liquid lipsticks. I was trying to let it kind of seep into my lips a little longer, but I figured I should show you guys the finished look, so I'm going to be putting a little lipstick on in just a second. Now I'm going to be using the Ciate x Olivia Palermo lipstick in Cashmere. I really wanted a nice natural looking lip, so I'm doing a light application of lipstick, and then I'm going to be using my finger in just a second to kind of pat the color in to make it look a little softer. And that's it. That's the finished look. I hope you guys like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys soon. Bye!